want to make myself fast. But if I were, I would just have
Opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Antetokounmpo is out there with Kobe. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And there's Davis, and it's Shaq in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And they double up James. Open for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
KD against Giannis. Left side, O'Neal. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. And he makes good on the layup.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Pippen misses. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fades. Detroit with the rebound. Last time these 2 teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
KD's shot is off.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Bryant can't get it to go.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
James finds Durant. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot it.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside, Bryant. The 3 nailed from three-point land. And that ties it up.
And showing the range there, Bryant is confident pulling from deep.
Durant with a screen on Leonard. Left side, Durant. Back to LeBron. Pippen outside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Pistons.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Leonard the pass to Giannis. Back to Leonard. Here's Shaq. And finished off by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against New York. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. And the rejection by Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. .137 left in the first. Chamberlain with a screen on Davis. Here's Pippen. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now here's Leonard with the drive. Out to Kobe. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Goes back up. And it's Shaq laying it in. O'Neal's got his second bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Offensive rebound from deep. James, that one's in. His first shot this game.
Showing some range. LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Outside, Davis. Leonard looking around. Back to Davis. 6 on the shot clock.
And really one of the most challenging covers in our game. Davis, hard to guard given how versatile he is.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Anthony Davis, 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And one of the best big men in the game. Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And he makes both free throws. 26 seconds left to play here in the first. For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Outside Curry. It's hauled in by Giannis.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And Durant sends it back. Tie game in Detroit. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And here are the Pistons now. Durant is out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Pippen. Then it's James. And it's Curry in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And here is Antetokounmpo. No scoring in this one. Davis against Pippen. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Shaq passes to Kobe. Kobe draws the double. Outside, Davis. Pass to Leonard. Another 3 for Cleveland.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here's KD. Pass to Pippen. Outside Curry. Shoots the 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Outside Leonard. Here is Bryant. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Pippen.
And when you foul Bryant, you really got to foul him, or else he's going to make it an and one.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team and soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the result. It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Here's Leonard. Kawhi, confident inside.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Now here's Pippen. He's got 6. Durant, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Pass to Davis. Now Shaq, covered by LeBron. Here's Shaq, banked in off the glass. And now a 10-point Cleveland lead.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Outside Durant to the paint. Curry is inside, guarded by Kobe. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Back to Leonard. A 3-ball. They grab their own miss. Davis on the follow. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for Cleveland.
Oh, great effort on the boards. AD playing hard.
James, the pass to KD. Pulls up on the wing, and that's good for 2.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside, Davis. Leonard, that's for 2. Detroit with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Kobe. Giannis sets a screen for Kobe. It's hauled in by Pippen.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And so we conclude the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
You look at Cleveland, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you have big
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Detroit Pistons.
Well,
thanks for spending half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. They've got Anthony Davis. Kobe is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Giannis passes to Leonard. Back Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside Bryant. Here's the three. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Durant dishes to Curry. Over Davis. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Inside. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Pass to Durant. And it falls over the rim and in. 6 points for KD. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. Davis surveying the floor. Leonard with the ball. Launches it. And it's KD with the rebound. Kobe against James. Outside, KD. Curry setting the pick for Durant. Takes the three. Oh, KD buries the three.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it.
O'Neal outside. Curry with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Poke loose, out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Five on the clock. On its way from Curry for two. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Pistons leading. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Up top, Leonard, guarded by Pippen. Pass to O'Neal. That one good for two. Shaq's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Now, here's Pippen. Back to Curry. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Bryant, a screen on KD. James against Kobe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
On its way from Curry for two. Can't nail the jumper.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Davis, the pass to O'Neal.
And sometimes the D has no choice but to foul O'Neal. He's that dominant.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. O'Neal hits them both. Curry against Bryant. Pippen outside. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. With one on the clock, that shot is off. Tie game in Detroit. We've got more in store for you right after. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Stephen Curry's out there with Durant, and it's LeBron James. Then there's Pippen, and it's Chamberlain in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Curry can't get it to go.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Back to Leonard. On the wing, Davis. LeBron against Leonard. Clock at 6. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And now a 5-point Cleveland lead.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Pass to Pippen. Back to Curry. Chamberlain with a screen on Bryant. Curry shot is off.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
O'Neal finds Bryant. Over Curry. And it's in off the backboard. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thanks, David. Chamberlain with a screen on Davis. Pippen against Davis. They can't stop the run with that one. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Outside Leonard. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Pippen. Curry outside. And it's Shaq with the rebound. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Kobe against LeBron. Pippen with the steal. Here's KD. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Giannis sets a screen for Leonard. To the inside. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Pippen. Pistons trail by 5.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Goes up from the top of the key. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. James against Leonard. And they double up Bryant. Shaq with a screen on KD. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And there's the length of Giannis. Bad idea to even attempt to get that shot open.
O'Neal is screen on Curry. And stolen by Chamberlain. Ryan against James. Detroit, no good that time either. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Leonard, the pass to O'Neal. Misses the baby hook. KD against Giannis. Here's KD. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
But when you need a bucket, he's your guy.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And Cleveland turns it over again. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1. We'll see if they try.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ryan against Curry. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Connects from downtown.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Davis. Down low. Can they get it? The 3 won't fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Little... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. Now, Giannis. LeBron James is out there with Pippen. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's KD in at the 4. Pass to Leonard with the shot. Rebound, Detroit. Chamberlain got 9 rebounds now tonight. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got the lead up to 3 now for Detroit. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those are things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Antetokounmpo against KD. Driving in. Machetes his way. Giannis. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Pass to Curry. James with it. Pippen outside. For 3, Durant, 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
Giannis passes to O'Neal. There's the lob. And there's Giannis taking flight.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Ryan against Curry.
a limitless jump shot. The elusive ball handling skills. Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Here's Bryant. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Outside, Kobe. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Curry against Kobe. Outside Curry. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. Count!
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And stolen by James. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And they go to the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Shaq with the screen. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from KD. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. The 3 from Bryant. Can't hit that one.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal
Welcome, everybody.
To another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi folks, this is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Darius Garland.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Kawhi Leonard out there with Davis. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kobe Bryant. And it's O'Neal in at the center position. And for the Pistons, they've got Stephen Curry. Also Kevin Durant out there. And it's James in at the two-guard position. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism. This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Pippen. Back to Curry. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
So fast off the catch. Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
Bryant outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. Bryant, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Back to Durant. The three ball. Davis with a rebound. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Now here's Curry. Here's the three. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Bryant, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Davis. Pass to Leonard from behind the arc. He buries it from three.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Curry against Bryant. Here's Pippen. The three is up. Knocks down the long chase.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Davis. O'Neal on the wing. Back to Davis. Shot clock at 6. Screen by O'Neal. And here's Bryant outside. Chamberlain pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Curry passes to Durant. Now here's James. Covered by Bryant. Double team on James. Curry against Leonard. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Over Leonard. Curry's shot is off. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo against Curry. Outside Davis. Pass to Leonard for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Leonard's got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, Kawhi, so consistent with his approach, affects every phase of every minute that he plays.
Outside Durant. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Now, here is James. No points so far. Durant against Antetokounmpo. Durant, the pass to Pippen. Inside. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Pippen. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Outside Durant. Launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Durant's got 5.
Really easy catch and release J from KD.
Antetokounmpo against Durant. Pass to Bryant. Back to Antetokounmpo. James against Bryant. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Now James, covered by Bryant. The shot off that time. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court right now for Cleveland, we've got Davis. Kobe Bryant is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
Well, we're always wishing good health on any player, but for Kevin Durant to remain that way, that's when you get a chance to see something special offensively.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Still without a bucket. Bryant outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on LeBron James. Cleveland shooting their first free throws here tonight. And both free throws good for Bryant. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
And Cleveland has possession following the score by Detroit. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
And one thing they've done well is take care of the ball. That's their first turnover of the game.
Detroit leading by 6. Outside Curry. Pass to James. Back to Curry. Outside Durant. No good on the triple. Cavaliers trail by 6. Antetokounmpo with it. Guarded by Durant. Bryant against Curry. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Davis. Bryant's got his second bucket of the night.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
James outside. Pass to Pippen. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Davis. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Davis with a screen on Durant to the middle. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
Superb pick and roll action capped off with a perfect pass to the slashing AD. Leads to the easy deuce.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here, and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us. And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Bryant, the pass to O'Neal. Releases. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's James. O'Neal pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Bryant, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And he's going for the oop here. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. It's Curry all the way.
Well, when Steph gets loose in transition, you know you're going to get burned. So he takes off like a rocket and slams it home.
Timeout. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
Yeah, last time against this team, they couldn't stay out of foul trouble, and that really hampered them.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
Leonard, a threat from deep.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Outside Durant. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yet to see a basket. Davis from long range. Rebounded by Pippen. For 3, Durant. And Detroit another 3.
Yeah, no one's stopping the KD pull-up. One of the most deadly shots this league's ever seen.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. Bryant outside. 4-3. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 6th rebound on the night. James finds Curry. Back to James. Pass to Durant. This one for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. And there's the rejection. And so that brings the first half to a close. Detroit on top, up by 7. And time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
They have outworked and outperformed their opponents so far. Didn't come in as the favorites, but they might be the favorites now.
Classic under. Now let's take a moment. And that is going to do it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kevin Durant is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's James, and it's Chamberlain in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, we know KD can carry the load offensively any night, but we see a little stat padding here.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Bryant. Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. And here's Bryant outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Bryant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Davis with a screen on James. And here's Bryant outside. And Cleveland another 3.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. The three. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Bryant. And here's O'Neal. Back to Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. Davis a screen. Antetokounmpo for 3. Detroit with a rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Antetokounmpo with the block.
And Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to beware of where Giannis is.
Pass to Bryant from the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Pippen's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Curry. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Antetokounmpo with it. Picked up by James. There's Davis with the 3. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Curry with it. 6 points for him. Let's go with a 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
How many times have we seen this? You give Curry an inch, and that ball's gone.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, or you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Now, here is James. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Here's Durant. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Durant against Antetokounmpo. Leonard outside to snap the cold streak. The rebound by Detroit. Durant finds Curry. Here's Pippen. It's James on the wing. Stolen by Bryant. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Here's Leonard. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You can't be reckless guarding Kawhi Leonard. He feels out defenders so well and exploits them when they overcommit.
And Leonard drops them both. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Curry looking it over. Here's Pippen. Checked by Davis. Curry finds some space. And Detroit again with the bucket.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Leonard outside. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, nice shot by Bryant.
Well, Leonard drawing all the attention there. That's opening up some passing lanes, and guys are finding seams.
And slam dunk by James.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the score by Detroit. Here's O'Neal. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. O'Neal's got his first 2 points of the night.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
James outside. Over Leonard. And at the buzzer! Count it!
Just textbook. Kept his cool.
And so it's Detroit in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Davis. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's O'Neal in at the center position. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 10. Pass to Bryant. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. The Pistons have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Curry passes to Chamberlain. Now here is James. Shoots over Bryant. Clock at 6. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight for him.
Bryant outside, puts up a deep three. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Durant, pass to Pippen. And Davis with the block.
Look at the defense on display there from Davis. Lines up the shot and with perfect timing swats it away.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. They get it back. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
Leonard outside. Fires from deep. Here's O'Neal. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Timeout. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Durant's shot is off.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. Here's O'Neal. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, good whistle there.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And they've also done a great job of just taking what the defense is giving them. Teams willing to give up the mid-range, take them, knock them down. They've done it.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to O'Neal. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Leonard against James. To the middle. Here's Chamberlain. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Chamberlain's got 4 points this quarter.
This is why coaches want defenders to always have their hands ready. LeBron with the quick pass there.
Bryant outside. Driving inside. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on LeBron James. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is the guys are producing on the floor. Teams are getting smarter and smarter.
They double team Curry. Pippen, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 13.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Pistons.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kevin Durant.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one with
You say, does that?
Welcome to 2K Sports.
Arms, like insane, like one of those like pterodactyl.
Unlike you have now.
Yeah,
in real
but
life.
even crazier, like 8 feet. Like I want to be going crazy. Even if my attributes go down, I don't care. Yeah.
A lot of people do say that. Like a lot of centers say that they want to make a smaller build. Would you go small and fast or tall and fast?
Ooh, I go small because I'd be even faster. I don't even care. I'd be like Muggsy Bogues. I don't care.
There are some small players that are slow.
Yeah. Who?
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Because they're so close to the ground. Their feet are always touching the ground like this.
What is it like? I don't know. You've been in the NBA for quite a long time now, it feels like. What has your journey been like?
Am I old now?
Kind of like, you're not old, but you're like,
I'm a little.
I would say midlife NBA crisis.
Yeah, don't lie to me. I get it. Yeah, no. I'll be sore in the morning sometimes. Like it's a little bit different. You have to stretch more. You have to, ramp up your body. Year 7.
Year 7?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I first interviewed you to now, you've definitely matured, grown taller.
Yeah, I mean, my voice was a little bit
It was
higher.
a little higher.
Yeah, but that's all a part of it. I literally grew up in front of everybody. But now I think it was all for a reason. I'm still with the same friends. We still do the same stuff, listen to the same music, and still turn out, but we're just a little bit more older about it, New fathers. I mean, my teammates are having weddings and kids, and it's crazy.
And you're still with the same franchise. If you could go back and tell that guy anything or that kid anything, something that you know now, what would you tell him?
I wouldn't tell him anything.
No, you would just let him.
I wouldn't tell him anything. Because that would have thrown him off. I would have been like, yo, who's talking to me, 1? And 2, I probably would have tried to change, no, just stick with it.
We talked a little bit about your My Player build. You'd want fast and small. Anything else that you'd want on the My Player build? A guard, maybe?
Be a 2 guard. I don't want to bring it up.
Okay.
I'll be a 2 guard. I want the ball every single time. That sounds nice.
Well, we're wrapping up now, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV. Always a pleasure. Year 7, year 8, year 9, all-stars. We're putting it into the existence.
Is manifestation for you? I like it.
Busters Festival is on now in My Team, and
it's like a party. Until the end of the season, after every win in My Team modes, you'll earn event cards that you can take to the exchange for more than 25 exclusive player cards to bust up and advance your lineup.
One of these special limited time rewards is 100 overall Steph Curry, who is ready for any clutch needs for your My Team.
Sounds like it might be night-night for your opponents. Don't miss out on the associated challenges as well.
And while we're talking about 100 overall cards in My Team, I bet Chris is eyeing the Apex 100 overall Luka Doncic.
Luka! This card can literally do it all. Sounds like a must-have card for my lineup.
An array of new 100 overall cards are available now and coming soon, so check the updates in the main menu often and claim your daily rewards.
Yep, Michael Jordan and unlimited Kristaps Porzingis are on my list. I'm also looking at
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Detroit Pistons. So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Kobe Bryant is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's O'Neal in at the center. Now here's Leonard. Here's Bryant. The shot won't fall.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Gets the three to fall.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad three for Steph.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a three-point game. Pass to Bryant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pippen, pass to Durant. Fires the three, and the rebound goes to Dallas. Bryant with it, now guarded by Curry. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the jumper.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Pippen. And here's James. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And James gets it to go.
That in-between distance is a tough one to master. Not for LeBron, though.
Bryant outside. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Durant for three. O'Neal pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Antetokounmpo finds Leonard. Pass to O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 5 to shoot. Out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Chamberlain pulls it in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Curry's shot is off.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Bryant. Right at the free throw line. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bryant's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. There's a minute 54 left in the opening quarter. Bryant outside. From outside the arc. The rebound by Detroit. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Allie, thank you. The Pistons leading. And here's Curry. James outside. Back to Curry. Over on Antetokounmpo. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bryant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bryant outside. From deep three-point land. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now.
The defense gives Shai all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. Puts up a deep 3. Unable to get that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Dallas on top. They lead by 2. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Curry. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. Curry looking it over. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to Dallas. O'Neal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Bryant outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
You can tell Leonard sees the whole floor, allowing him to set guys up well.
Curry with it. James passes to Curry. Over on Antetokounmpo. Leonard pulls down the board.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Pistons trail by 5. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Right side Durant. Pass to Pippen. The three from Curry. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Down low. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Now, here is James. Curry passes to Pippen. From outside, off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. Now on to Kumpo. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over James. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And Dallas leads by 6.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Curry passes to James. They get it back. Here's Pippen. Now here's Durant. Second chance effort. Giannis with the rebound. Bryant outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Bryant. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Dallas.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range. You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
These are his first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And the second free throw is good. And he nails the third.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Antetokounmpo outside. Leonard outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fades and shoots. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now, here is James. The kick out, Curry. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got 9.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bryant. Here's O'Neal. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. O'Neal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Curry, no good. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Bryant outside. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Leonard. And here's Bryant outside. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Curry with it. O'Neal covers. That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws. Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Dallas foul. Kobe Bryant. First personal foul. Team second.
Take a break. Take a break.
At the line
2 shots.
for your Pistons. Curry. Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Curry. And so Curry nails both of them. Dallas leading by 5. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. to the paint. Here's O'Neal, and he jams it home with authority.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And James has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 7 on the court right now for Dallas. They've got Kobe Bryant, Kawhi Leonard out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's O'Neal in at the 5.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Pass to Bryant. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Durant finishes off the lob.
And the vertical Durant has is impressive. Excellent work rising up and finishing off the alley-oop.
Here's Pippen. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Pippen's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bryant. Fires it. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Gilgeous-Alexander's gone, just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. Curry passes to James. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Now it's a 3-point Detroit lead.
Gotta stay up on James or he will go right up with that shot.
And the Mavericks call time here.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo has gotten his 2nd bucket.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
For 3, Durant. And the rebound goes to Dallas. O'Neal's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Bryant. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Bryant's got 18 points in the game.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Outside Curry takes a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. O'Neal's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
James passes to Durant over Gilgeous-Alexander, and Bryant pulls it down. The Mavericks lead by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
There's the triple. Nails it from 3. He has 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Drills it from deep. And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bryant outside. There's the three. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pippen pass to Curry. Launches it. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Antetokounmpo. Bryant, right side. Can't connect from 14. James passes to Pippen. Outside Curry. From downtown. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Bryant outside. From deep. They get the rebound. Here's O'Neal. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that, but this game's so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Curry. He's got 16.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
And here's Bryant outside, and that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 assists now in the game. The Pistons trailing. Here's Curry. One second left. It's off. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Kevin Durant is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's LeBron James, and it's Pippen in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. 2 points. That one goes.
Unfair. I mean, combining length and strength beautifully. LeBron can get his shot off pretty much whenever he wants to.
Bryant outside. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Antetokounmpo against Curry. The deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Leonard on the wing. Checked by James. Leonard passes to Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Pippen. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the free throw, no good. Bryant outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bryant with it. Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the layup for 2. Bryant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Curry passes to James. Now here's Durant. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses the fadeaway.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Oh, Curry from way out there.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry. Any breathing room he gets is too much.
And Dallas calls time here. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at it. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what the head coach of the Mavericks said to the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Durant for three. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Kevin Durant.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Antetokounmpo against Curry. The three. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
The Mavericks leading. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's rejected. Leonard against Curry. Over Leonard. Again, the Pistons score.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Screen by O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. A critical possession with time winding down.
Yep, this is their moment.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on LeBron James.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness. And just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Curry for 3. And again, the Pistons missing.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Bryant. Antetokounmpo with it. He's covered by Curry. And it's in.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Curry. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Curry is always a threat to shoot, which is why defenses sometimes get too aggressive guarding him.
And so Curry nails both of them.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a 1-possession game.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And again, no good by Detroit. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks him down to put this game out of reach.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. Curry with it. And So it's Dallas winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned